Welcome to my show. No music for my intro, though. I'm being really cheap. I'm being really cheap. I said, welcome to my show. No. Hey, what's up? It's me, Elay, pronounced like LA, like the city. I'm not from there, but I'm breezy. Reppin' Saginaw, Michigan, not Saginaw, Texas. I'm reppin' Saginaw, Michigan, not Saginaw, Texas. Coming again to y'all beautiful people all around the world with a wonderful topic. When you're poor, part 2, going shopping for a car. The long walk to the back of the parking lot. The walk of shame, of humiliation and embarrassment. Almost like taking the bus. Well, in this town, you get clowned for taking the bus. It's gotten better, but because some of those same people talking about folks taking the bus on the bus now. Probably. What I'm saying is, okay, part 2, when you're poor, part 2, going shopping for a car, the long walk back to the end of the parking lot. It's not like, dang, I was about to call them Backstreet Boys. What do you call those people? Grown amen. No, boys to men. Go to the end of the road. We're going to the end of the parking lot. You know, I don't think I ever really realized the embarrassment of going to the back of the parking lot at a dealership such as General Motors, for example. Because that's the only place my dad would ever go to. General Motors. So every time we went to GM, I never noticed us going to the back of the parking lot until it was time to get my car. But for some reason, what made it seem so bad is that what deflated the whole situation on me getting the car in general, I didn't care what kind of car it was. I was not picky. It was the actual process of how my dad talked to the car dealer, and how that was handled. Okay, so I believe me and my dad just went together to get my first car. Now that's a family moment where everybody should be together as an MFF family. Don't you think? Not no dang old eyeglasses, but a car. My sister, though, she was grown. I believe she graduated from high school and was working a job and just, finally getting out there, like mingling with friends and stuff. So we couldn't catch up with her anyways. But my mom, woman, there was no reason for you not to come. This was something big. This was my one shiny moment. You should have been there. But that's okay, though. My little sister, of course, she was in school, obviously. So, yeah, it was just me and my dad. But mama, you should have came. I don't know why you didn't come. Whatever, though. So it was me and my dad. We went to a General Motors to get my first car, and we pulled up into the parking lot. I think we parked in the front. He pulled over in front of the dealership and parallel parked. Something I still struggle with to this day. Okay, moving on. We got out of the car. And then, like vultures, the car people come out. Customer. So one of them swooped down on my daddy's shoulders. I believe it was someone he knew because my dad was kind of a regular there. So the guy was chatting with my dad and was like, so you're here, ho ho ho, long time no see, nice to see you here, you get your car all tuned up, you know, guy talk. So I'm just standing around like, ho ho ho, shut the F up, I'm ready to get my car, you ain't over here to get a car, so just shut up. But I didn't say anything, okay, I'm just waiting for my moment. And looking around, I had already saw something that caught my eye. It was like a truck, some type of SUV at that time. And I just looked at it. I didn't physically go over there. I just looked at it with my eyes because I didn't even want to go over there. By this time, I was so accustomed to knowing that you can't afford that. Don't even be looking at it. I'm like, well, dang, is it a sin? Is it a crime to go look at something that, I'm using air quotes, I can't even afford? I can't even go look at it just to see? No, don't, you might as well come on back over here because you can't afford it. There ain't no business looking at that. That's pretty much how my dad's personality was. I'm like, you failure mindset. You can't look at it just because you can't afford it. Whoa. You know, dang, can I at least look at it though? So I liked it. I didn't like that it was red because it was too bright. And I think he still saw me. He has to have seen me look at it still. Oh, that's red. That's bright. That's going to make the insurance too high. It's going to attract too much attention. You can't get that anyways. It's too expensive. I'm like, what the age? What the unholy age? Stop humiliating me. Why can't I just go look at it? You didn't set any ground rules about what I could and couldn't get anyways. No price point. All you said was we're going to get a car. Fine. I'm being good. I'm appreciative. I'm happy to get anything. What's wrong with looking? Especially while you guys are talking. I mean, you guys are talking about stuff I don't care about. What do you want to just stand around and skin and grin and be like, oh, I'm such a good daughter? Bingo. That's what it is. Just standing around like a stupid dog. So I just like that, and to this day I still like SUVs and trucks, pickup trucks and stuff, but SUVs are dope. But of course we didn't get it, and then he ruined the moment saying that if he was playing, I don't know, but you just quit shattering people's dreams every time. And he just sounds so serious, like I was gonna have a mental breakdown if I didn't get the car. So back to the conversation. The guy, the car dealer was like, so, he's rubbing his hands together. So, what can I do you for? What can I get you? What are you here for? See, you brought your little girl. Oh. My dad was like, yeah, my little girl, she ain't so little no more. So last year she graduated already, about to go to college, gotta get her something nice, XYZ. I'm rolling my eyes. And, so the girl's like, oh, going to college, hey? Where you going? You going somewhere far, like Texas Tech or California State, or you getting out of here? And my head was like, I wish I could. You just don't know the shackles they put on my head, the rules they have. I wasn't going nowhere but to a stupid ass community college. Barf. I wish I could have left. I would have been like Scar, run away and never come back. So anyways, no. I'm like, no, I going to Delta College. Our community college is called Delta. I think I answered. I'm like, no, I'm going to a community college. And I answered it nice, like I was so happy with my decision. And I was not. I didn't even want to go to college after high school. I was so tired of school. I wanted a break. But they weren't having it, so moving forward, they were talking, and my dad, they finally got down to the business far as, okay, so what can I do you for? You're getting your daughter a car, your baby girl a car for college. She graduated XYZ, and so what are you looking at? Hey girl, he didn't say girl, so what are you looking at? What do you have in mind? In my head, I'm like, what difference do it make? Because what I really, really, really want, for real, if I could get it, he's just gonna say no anyway. So I just said it don't matter, because it didn't. I knew my limits with these people. It didn't matter. Just give me a car, okay? I said it didn't matter. But the way the conversation went with my dad, it was like the guy was basically discussing price points. Let's just say, for example, okay, you want your daughter to be, I'm paraphrasing and kind of embellishing, but this is roughly how it went. This is years ago. So, okay, your daughter's graduated and want to get her a car. Your price point, 17,000. Oh, no. Whoo, no. Okay, how about 10,000? You want her to be safe while she's going on the highway. And I'm like, okay, safe while she's going on the highway. I'm like, yeah, that is true. I said I'd get anything, but I was the stereotypical girl. I didn't know anything about cars, just get in and go. I knew they broke down, but I didn't know the mechanisms of how they kind of work. I left that up to my father because he's a man and he's supposed to know. So I'm like, safety? In my head. No, I'm like, okay, I still have a smile pasted on. While I'm using air quotes, negotiated. We're walking and we're going nowhere really. We're just by the garage where the cars get fixed. There's the offices, and then you walk a little back. You're midway in the parking lot, okay, and there's the garages. So we're kind of standing around. The guy's still trying to fill out my dad to figure out a price point. So we're at 10,000 park range, 2 digits, and my dad was like, no. Well, okay, okay, 10,000 not the way to go. How about, what can I do you for 7? You're still safe. You still can get you a good car. I know some people who got some good cars for 7,000. It didn't take them. No, I don't want nothing for 7. Okay. So by that time, I don't know. It just started going south inside how I felt. I'm thinking it's just how he answered the guy. I'm like, well, you don't gotta be rude. He tried to be nice, but my dad is agitated and he tried to be nice. It don't come out right. He might as well just be his mean self when he loses temper, because it's worse when he try to be nice and he's agitated. Oh man, it's very uncomfortable. So I was starting to feel some type of way, because I kind of didn't realize that the lower you go in price point with the car, the higher the risk you are as far as safety factor. Like, dang, okay. I did say anything but safety. I know I can't get what I want because I know cars are expensive, and that's what my concern was. I was more concerned about the price point, saving money. I didn't really honestly make the connection that if you got a nice price car, it equal to some safety issues, staying power, but the lower you went, the less safety you had. So I didn't know that until that moment. So I kind of just was like, man, okay, well, I'm still happy to get a car. So we ended up going to the back of the parking lot. So the guy basically was like, well, let's see where this is going. Let's just go to the back. And then my dad got really happy. His demeanor changed. Now you're talking, like, hey, now you're talking. Like, why didn't you just go back there already? Save me the pain and humiliation. You were cheap, fine, I get it, cool. Why shuck and jive? And why didn't you just say this embarrassing conversation to let the world know and the dealer know you were cheap, and just tell the man how you doing. and then just take me on back to the back of the wall. You know, you start at the front of the car lot. You see the showcase. Like, hi. I didn't want to showcase car, but I'm saying you see the showcase, the grass cut, windows clean on the car, shine. You got that deep waxing where you can see your own reflection. You can see your past. That's how good the wax job is on the car. I'm seeing stars in the paint. You know, you can smell the rubber on the tires. You can smell the armor roll. You can see the love and the care. These people holding umbrellas over each of these cars because it's a little overcast. You know, birds coming by. They kind of have their little water pistols shooting at the birds so the birds won't make a mess on these cars. I know I'm not getting those. They're getting too much of a special treatment. And those cars probably running like $100,000. You know, so we moved to the middle of the parking lot. I get it. I'm like, let's just start at the middle of the parking lot according to my logic. Okay, you know, I see some papers running around in this area, chip bags, you know, no grass at all, straight concrete, but the concrete is different. Like at the front of the car lot with the nice cars getting the tender love and care, it's all tarred off nice and black, that nice fresh black top. And when it's the kind of like when it get hot, you can smell the tar like it's actually cooking. You know, it's fresh, it smells good. It's black and the lines bright gold, and you know, everything looked good. Got to the middle, I didn't see any parking lines, and the parking lot in the middle was ashy gray. There weren't any cracks though, so it was still good. So I'm like, okay, you know, just let me tell the story. So it was good, you know, like, okay, I get it. I wanna make a difference in the separate between the pristine and the middle. I get it though. The cars didn't have a wax on them. It looked like it had a nice wax on it. You know, that's good. Like, you wash the car and it got a nice natural shine to it. That's what it looked like. The windows were cracked a little, ventilation. Okay, cool. Maybe the cars were a little stuffy. Maybe they just sat there a little longer than the ones in the front. I don't remember seeing any umbrellas though, and people with water guns on standby to keep the birds away too much. But I did see like a janitor dragging a trash can around with a Dollar Tree picker upper, like those prison people use on the side of the highway when they're picking up paper, those long sticks with pinchers on it, you know, just dipping trash into the bag. You know, I saw that. So okay, I'm like, they're getting a little careless. They're responsible and thinking about picking up the trash, the quality assurance, so we don't be stepping in gum and chip bags. I get it, fine. We went on past that too. You know, the closer we get to this back of the wall, to which I've never been to at a car lot until that day, and further away from the front of the front, you know, get it putting on the front, dang, to the front of the dealership, I began to turn around and see the distance and the not only the distance but the difference. The difference. Oh, what a difference a day will make. No, what a difference a few paces will make. You know, that road started looking a little long and lonely. A lonely road, something, 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 something. Green Day, what's up? That's how it looked as I turned around. And when I turned back around, I was at the wall. Back of the fence. And I saw sawdust, gravel, broken glass, no pavement. Hey, the Lord is good, because if I kept walking backwards as I was looking towards the front of the parking lot at the pristineness. I would have fell down there and twisted my ankle because there was no more pavement. It was like a 30-foot drop. They just stopped. The pavement was gone. I'm like, where's the cement at? I could have fell. Oh! Okay, it wasn't that far of a drop, but I could have rolled my ankle though. So, I'm like, dang. Way to go, Dad. Way to make me feel good. This is sad, Oh, maybe that's why we went in the morning, because when nobody else around shopping. You was embarrassed too. A big dang distinction though. So I gotta walk through broken glass, cobwebs, A-tracks, beer bottles, cigarette butts, gravel. And I'm like, why do these cars have so many papers duct taped to the window? I'm over exaggerating. Duct taped to the front of the window. I'm like, as is. I'm like, what they talk about as is? 2-day warranty. I'm like, what the truck? I said TRUCK. 2-day warranty. Take at your discretion. Sound waiver upon entering. I'm like, wait a minute. No, this just don't sound safe at all. Maybe I just start taking the bus. Maybe I just won't go to school. College. Yeah, maybe I just, maybe Dad, I'll give me another job and I'll just save up for my own car, because this just don't sound safe. If I just save up for my own car, that means I don't have to go to college. Oh no, we ain't having that. You need to get your education. That's a whole nother story, man. Education is overrated. Depending on what you want in life. Jeez, man. I'm not trying to impress the nation, so what I need to be a doctor for then, to have a 12-figure bankroll for, if I don't need all that stuff. Oh my goodness. I can read and write. Isn't that good enough? Salad. So I'm at the back looking at these tired cars. One row lined up looking like the mugshot alley at the jail. Everybody line up. Dusted, dry, tires on flat, tires on bricks, tires on wood, tires on lean. Windows cracked. One windshield wiper stuck on the car won't go down. Car smelling, every last one of them. Windows all rolled down. All of them smell like cigarettes. Trunks dirty. Some of the trunks don't close. Don't make me pop the trunk. Well, it's a little too late for that. The trunk is already popped, and it looks like a body was in there previously, because the indentation sure don't look like where that was a spare tire sitting down in there. I'm just so I'm like, that's a big dang difference, Daddy. That's a big dang difference from pristine medium to you get what you get. So I'm trying to just pick out the best. If I'm here to get whatever I want out of this lot, fine. Can you at least just give me that? Can I just have that choice, or should I just stay home? Because you're going to pick a car for me. You know what I'm saying? Because I believe I saw a car that I wanted. It was a Buick 4-door. Let me look up right now to try to give y'all the make. I'm gonna look that up right now. I think it was a Buick, B-U-I-C-K 4-door. I want to say like a 1984, 1987. I'm gonna type in Buick 4-door 1987. Okay, so yeah, it was around. That is so ugly. Not that one. Okay, see, so I believe the car I was interested in was like a Buick Century. That's what it was, 1987 Buick Century, something around there, but it was a Buick Century. I believe it was tan. But I like that it was square. I like that it had 4 doors. I like that it was simple. I like that the way the door swung open. I like that it was a lot of room in the back, but it wasn't too big. I like that the windows were big, so it would allow me to be able to park backwards or see what was behind me. The windows weren't all fancy and slanted. It was just a basic car that would help me drive and be able to see, because it's hard for me to see sometimes. So the way those windows were made, I knew I would be able to see all around me, especially merging. Oh my gosh, merging is still scary to this day. But of course my dad didn't want me to get that car. It was something about it didn't look like it was gonna hold up. I'm like, Edward, none of these cars back here look like they gonna hold up, man. What you talking about? I could have just stayed home. Oh, you know what? I just figured it out. Who was gonna drive the car home? So you had to come. But if you had somebody to drive the car home, I probably wouldn't have been there. It would have just been better if he did that. I just stayed home too with mama. And he just pulled up in the car and said, here you go. It would have saved me the pity and the hell. And why you bring me in if I couldn't pick anyways? So, long story short, I couldn't get that, but I really have rather had that. I ended up getting a, let me see if I can look it up. Buick, I think it was a Skylark. I'm going to say 1992. I'm going to see if that comes up. Buick Skylark. Let me see images. Of course it was a Buick. Yeah, oh my gosh, I'm so smart. It was a Buick Skylark, like 92. And it was a 2-door. It was teal. I liked the color, but I didn't like that it was 2 doors. And I didn't like that the windows were more narrow. I knew I was gonna have some issues seeing out of it. It was cute though, but I didn't like 2 doors. I'm like, I gotta use the trunk. I need to use the back seat. I'm going to school, so I'm gonna be throwing stuff back there. And the 2-door, you gotta move the seat up, put the stuff back. If you gotta give your friends a ride, if I had friends, you know, you gotta be like, girl, get out of the car so she can get in. It's just an inconvenience. So that's what I ended up getting. I took a liking to the car, of course, but it wasn't really what I wanted. I wanted something else, and I apparently didn't get it because it didn't seem like it was safe. And the car guy was like, oh, that's a nice car. It's a nice color. Yeah, I believe in this car. It gets you safe, and I know the girl who drove it. I'm just over-exaggerating. Story. So I got that one. But that was my experiences of realizing that's where the poor people shop, at the dealerships. Go take your way to the back. Go on to the back. You know, so you go into the car, park your car. You might not even want to park your raggedy car in the car lot because they already judge. As soon as you pull into the car lot, they're judging already on your car. Oh, you're trading it in, right? No, I need this car for a second car. I need a second car. No, or you know, they're just already judging, looking at what you're wearing. And they don't have to say nothing. They're just pointing. Go to the back. They're just pointing right to the back. They're not even saying hi anymore. Just go to the back, go to the back, go to the back, go to the back. You know, it's embarrassing. Go to the back. Bargain shopper. Poor person. Gotta take that long walk past all the pristine cars to the medium end cars, and then fall down in this creek where the vultures are. Hey, that's where the vultures are. And raccoons and snakes and dirty, scary men who look like they hurt children working on those cars. They're smoking cigarettes, working on cars, not even thinking about customers here, and the car could blow up. They're just smoking and dirty and stinking, a crack showing. You know, that's where all the bad workers work. It's like, man, I think I'll take my chances getting the car out of somebody's yard Folks are coming back here. At least I don't have to go through the walk of shame. Go back to the back of the wall where the vultures are. Dusty, I could get lost. I could get kidnapped back there, man. Like, what, Dragon Alley and Harry Potter, you know where all the bad people go? The skull. I could have lost my life back there. I could have died or been snatched up by some wino. They wouldn't have cared. The raggedy cars was already back there. It was an escape car. They could have just put my body in there and drove off. They wouldn't have been the wiser. Daddy. How dare you take me there to Junkman Alley to get a car? They could have blew up on me trying to save a couple dollars. I'm just teasing. Alright, tell me what you think. Tell me about your first car. Did it even run? Did that thing even turn on, or did it go? This is me, LA, pronounced like LA, like the city. I'm not from there, but I'm breezy, repping Saginaw, Michigan, not Saginaw, Texas. When you're poor, part 2, going shopping for a car, the long walk to the back of the fence. How droll.